Well, when I rang up, it was because I was concerned about tinnitus and other noises in my ears. And I also said I'd got an arthritic ankle. And that was the result of a car injury. So we've been working on those. But I also had a problem with my right arm, which when I lifted it like that, it hurt. I could waggle it around all right, but lifting it up like that hurt. So if I was trying to lift something off the ground, it would hurt. And I forgot all about that. It wasn't until I was asked, I think it was on the third treatment, how my arm was. I even remembered I'd mentioned that because I couldn't feel it anymore. It had gone. And my ankle, which was quite swollen, has gone back to normal size, and I'm able to walk on it quite happily. And the pains that had been ascribed to arthritis or gout seem to have disappeared. So I'm very pleased about that. We're still working on the tinnitus, that's the same as ever, but I was warned that that would be a longer treatment.
Okay. And there was also concerns about your sleep. Tell me how, when you first started, you were having a 4-hour sleep, weren't you? How has that changed?
Most of my life I have slept in short periods, and part of that is due to the fact I'm very uncomfortable in bed. As I lie there, all my bones seem to hurt, and that's disappeared. And I now, unfortunately, am sleeping through till 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, which has prevented me getting my work done, but it solved the problem.
Okay. And how do you feel in yourself?
I feel fine.
Yeah. So how have you found the treatments?
Not at all problematical. I really enjoy most of it. I mean, the needles are the only things you can feel. The massage is great. The cupping is peculiar and does leave marks all over my body. I look as if I've been attacked by an octopus.
But are the marks changing each time you have they're not lasting as long?
They're not lasting very long.
Yeah. And hopefully they shouldn't last at all.
I hope they will all go.
Okay. So anything else you want to finish off with?
I can't think of anything else.
Okay, fine, thank you.
Right, it was my back and my fingers, my arthritis in my fingers were very bad when I first came. But after the treatment, it took a couple of times, but certainly worked, especially my fingers. I can move them now without any pain in them, and it's great.
Here we go. Hi, Suba, and welcome to your mum as well. Right, what I'd like you to do is just explain why you brought your mum to me in the first place. Explain what was going on.
Okay, my mum has arthritis and she has a slip disc problem. She's been actually housebound for the last almost 7 years or so, so mobility is limited. Her sciatica, the slip disc was causing severe sciatica, so that was the reason why she actually came initially, to see if the massages and some of the alternative therapies would help with the sciatica.
Okay, and what was because we did the first treatment, And she responded really well, didn't she?
Yeah.
Do you want to say a little bit about how she felt afterwards?
Yeah, basically, initially, with the sciatica, she saw improvements straight away, literally. The advice that she had from yourself was fabulous, because my mum, she was housebound, as I said. The way you treated her with the alternative therapies, she has now taken on board. She's feeling so much better in herself. She's now carrying out daily exercise. She goes for walks. Her movement overall has improved massively. And then also, interestingly, in discussions, of course, when we've been to see you, my mum obviously came for the sciatica issue, but she suffered from a lot of other problems as well that just really came about, you know, when we were having conversations with you. And she was suffering dizzy spells, headaches, difficulty in sleeping, anxiety, and also even bladder problems as well. And you know, in all those areas, she's seen massive improvements.
So does she, her bladder, how is she with that then? Is it improved in the sense that she's not having to go regularly, or do you think more in control?
She's not having to go as often, because before she would have issues, and it you know, with the disc problem as well, she would go often but little, basically.
Right.
Okay. And now there's better, and the control was, she had problems with control as well.
Right.
So that has improved in all areas. Then of course she suffers anxiety as well, and you know, some
how's she dealing with that now?
This course of treatment really, Naina, has changed my mum's outlook on life really. She has now got a you know, she is putting herself first, and she's seeing you've taught her that, you know, she can improve herself, she can get better. She had given up. We had been to hospital appointments, consultants, she'd had stays in the hospital, all to do with all these different conditions, and you know, she has changed, her whole outlook on life has changed, and she's much, much happier in herself.
Brilliant, that's brilliant. And so also when you first came, she was having a sensation in her scalp as well, wasn't she? So
yes.
A strange itchy kind of sensation.
Itchy kind of pulling at the scalp, and it wasn't every day, but it happened often enough, at least 2-3 times a week. And with that, we've been to the GP several times, several different GPs, and when she's had different outpatient appointments, we've discussed that, and everyone said, don't know. But some of the techniques that you've talked her through, you know, that has now, she's just much more relaxed, and that has stopped happening.
Right, that's brilliant. And finally, she had problems with her shoulders as well, didn't she? Raising her arms and pains in her arms, so there's been a significant improvement in that as well?
Yeah, she can lift both arms up, and she is carrying out the exercise at home as well, and she has got so much better movement in her arms and in her limbs overall, basically, and the pain has improved. And I think also the fact that, you know, I can see, you know, when you were doing the cups on her shoulder, her back, etc., and I took the pictures and I showed her, and you know, to see how stagnant, you know, and then as we've come along each session, you can see that stagnation in her arms, for example, that's improving with you know, each treatment, and each, you know, every time she exercises, etc., everything is improving.
Brilliant. Okay. And how's life at home now then?
Much better. Mum, she can run after her grandchildren now. She can really, you know, she's not, a lot of the times before, a bit of movement, if she can walk around the house, but before she would spend a lot of the time lying down and resting.
Right.
She's not resting anymore, you know, she doesn't need to.
Okay.
She's always up and down now, so that's fantastic, and she's much happier.
Well, and well done to your mum, because she's taking advice and doing something about it, and that's what makes it a big difference as well, you know, doing self-help and, you know, helping to make those changes herself as well. So well done to her.
No, and I know that she could not have done it without you. She could not have, because, you know, all the appointments, etc., she has changed the way she thinks about things. She really has, and she's much more positive.
Okay, that's brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
I've had arthritis. I've had quite bad arthritis in my knees and also in my shoulders as well, and eczema too. And I found all of those have really helped. I mean, it's eased the pain for my arthritis and also just made it easier to walk as well.
And you've also had arthritis in your fingers.
In my fingers as well.
Yeah, how have you found the treatments?
That's been really good, because sometimes my fingers get really stiff and it's really hard to grip anything and just very, very painful. But yeah, for the last few weeks I haven't really had any pain in them at all. So.
And do you want to say a little bit how you feel after the treatment?
Yeah, I mean, during the treatment and after, I feel my energy levels are lifted and I have a much better sense of well-being as well. I tend to go away feeling really refreshed.
So how else have you benefited from the different types of techniques that we've been using the last few weeks?
The treatment I had on my neck,
Yeah.
it stopped. I had a lot of giddiness. I mean, and that was all about 30 odd years ago. And went to the hospital and had an X-ray, and they said it was the wear and tear of the bones of the neck through carrying heavy shopping, which I used to do, carry heavy shopping in those days. And I don't get any of the giddiness now. I can lie on my back and it don't make no difference. And I put my eye drops in for my glaucoma and I don't get the giddiness when I hold my head back and that. So it's improved a lot, yes.
Right, so you've been having that for how many years now then, suffering from that?
Well, I mean with my glaucoma it's 20 odd years and, you know, with the back 30 odd years with the giddiness, yeah.